The flow, kick the flow, kick the flow, kick the flow, kick the flow.
Stephen Reicher is a member of the Behavioural Science Advisory Group to SAGE and a professor of psychology at the University of St Andrews.
When people say, oh, well, look, if I bend the rules a little, if I see one or two people, it really doesn't matter. Well, yes, it does matter. You're not only harming yourself and your family, you're endangering the entire community. And so the thing that will get us through this is acting as a community, thinking in terms of we rather than I, and understanding that our behaviour has very real consequences here.
A third coronavirus vaccine made by the American firm Moderna has been approved for use by UK regulators. Britain's ordered 17 million doses of the jab, which are expected to arrive by the spring. Metropolitan police officers will have to justify their use of handcuffs following a review launched after the stop and search of Team GB sprinter Bianca Williams. Williams accused the force of racially profiling her and her partner Ricardo dos Santos when they were handcuffed and separated from their 3-month-old son last July. Commissioner Dame Cressida Dick apologised to the athlete after footage of their car being stopped in Maida Vale was posted online by the former Olympic medalist Linford Christie. President Trump has announced he won't attend the inauguration of his successor, Joe Biden. Earlier, he promised a peaceful transfer of power after facing severe criticism for his reluctance to condemn his supporters for the storming of the Congress building. Our Washington correspondent, Nomia Iqbal, says it will be the first time in living memory that an outgoing president won't show up at the swearing-in ceremony.
You'd have to go right back into the 1800s for other presidents who didn't attend the inauguration of their successors. We are hearing reports that he's planning to actually leave the White House the day before and return to his home in Florida.
Dame Barbara Windsor has been laid to rest with flowers spelling out Babs, the Dame and Saucy adorning her coffin. Her husband Scott Mitchell, who was married to Dame Barbara for 20 years, was joined by famous friends including Ross Kemp, Christopher Biggins, David Walliams and Matt Lucas at a private funeral at Golders Green Crematorium. The actress, known for her work in the Carry On films and EastEnders, died in December at the age of 83. Now, with this evening's sports headlines for London, is Andy Rowley.
Good evening. Crystal Palace travel to Wolves for the first match in this year's FA Cup third round. Meanwhile, Charlton Athletic take on League One's form team Accrington Stanley in the live game with BBC Radio London Sport on digital from 7. West Ham.
And yesterday the UK recorded its highest daily number of cases at 39,237. Do you think the tier system is working? Does it feel like the government has lost control of the virus? Call me, talk to me, tell me what you're feeling about the tier system and about the virus after the break. You know the number, 03456. Pick up the phone, give me a call.
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC.
Leading Britain's conversation. This is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 6 o'clock, the Queen has told those who can't spend their Christmas day with loved ones they're not alone. Her Majesty has made her annual address as millions spend the festive period apart from friends and family due to the coronavirus pandemic. She's described how major religious festivals for many faiths have been disrupted in 2020.
People of all faiths have been unable to gather as they would wish for their festivals, such as Passover, Easter, Eid and Vaisakhi. But we need life to go on.
The Queen has also praised the spirit of those who have risen to the challenge of the COVID crisis. The government says a further 570 people have died with coronavirus in the UK. It brings the total to more than 70,000. There have also been nearly 33,000 new positive cases. EU ambassadors have been having a Christmas Day briefing on the post-Brexit trade deal reached with the UK. It was announced yesterday, with Boris Johnson calling it a new beginning for Britain. Jill Rutter is a senior fellow at the Institute for Government. She says even though a trade deal was agreed, a lot is going to change on January the 1st.
A lot changes if you're a business. So if you're a business trying to export to the EU after the 1st of January, then although Boris Johnson would say he's secured no tariffs, no quotas, one of his objectives in these trade talks. There's still going to be a whole bunch of extra bureaucracy that you're going to have to navigate.
People living in parts of Bedfordshire have been urged to leave their homes due to a risk of flooding as large parts of the UK brace for Storm Bella. Police are urging those living near the River Great Ouse to find alternative accommodation as water levels rise. Superintendent Steve Ashton is from Bedfordshire Police.
Appreciate the timing of this at Christmas Day is not great, but this risk to you and your family and well-being is significant, or you'd not otherwise be making this request.
A car has exploded in the US city of Nashville in what police believe was an intentional act. It happened this morning, shattering glass and damaging buildings, and the FBI is now leading the investigation. 3 people have been taken to hospital. Pope Francis has used his Christmas Day message to call for cooperation and not competition when it comes to a coronavirus vaccine. The Catholic leader has called for all countries to work together.
LBC weather.
With Halls, help is at hand this winter.
Largely cloudy across the UK tonight with some outbreaks of rain affecting the northwest of Scotland, a low of 4. Boxing Day will have strong southwesterly winds and rain sweeping in from the northwest as Storm Bella hits. England and Wales staying mostly dry, a high of 11 degrees. From Global's newsroom, I'm Holly Jones.